Blind Advocate. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth, but Blind Advocate will get you there.
Good morning or good afternoon and welcome to another live. First things first, I really need everybody's support. If you could hit that subscribe button, it'd be really good. That way, once I get 1,000 subscribers, I can start getting money from YouTube to support the channel. This will be my last stream for 2025. I'll be back early next year, the week of the 12th. Personally, I'm glad this year is over. It's been, personally for me, it's been a bad year. A lot of things are going wrong and some things are going right. So hopefully next year will be a better year. I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, especially Boozy Bunny, Marie, Lexi and Josh, Michael, Chris, Jake, Emma, Grant, and all the rest of them. I was going to talk today about, are we as Australians starting to lose our rights? But because of what happened last Sunday, I thought I might lead this to next year. I think we need time to recover and to adjust to what happened last Sunday with that terrorist attack here in Australia. 15 people murdered. It's not good. Now, we think because we're in Australia, we're a long, long way away from it. But we're not. We're part of the world community. And I sort of seen this coming a few months ago. Not the attack last Sunday, but when Albanese recognised Palestine as a state, I said to my wife when we were watching the news, that's not good. He's just opened up Pandora's box. Unfortunately, what happened last Sunday, I don't want to dwell on it too much because it's been spoken about a lot the last week, and my heart just breaks for all the people who lost their lives and for the first, the first people there, the police and the paramedics, and that Ahmed who tackled one of the gunmen. My heart breaks for them all, especially the parents of that 10-year-old girl. It's just, I find the whole thing abhorrent. How can one person do that to another person? It's just beyond belief. I just can't put it into words. So I think, this year, for everyone, hopefully next year it'll be better, especially what's happened over the last week. It's just been, it hasn't been a good year for a lot of people. But next year, I'm lining up interviews to talk to a wide range of people. I also want to give my thanks to Ian Westmoreland. I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago. He's going through cancer treatment at the moment. I just hope everything works out for Ian. He's a really nice bloke. I really respect and admire what he's done with mentoring men and the Kintsugi Heroes. It's fantastic work, and all the volunteers that support Ian. Thank you. You do a fantastic job. But I'd just like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. And I hope 2026 is a lot better than 2025. So next year, my first week back in the week of the 12th, I want to talk about, in this country, are we losing our rights slowly, bit by bit? It's starting to scare me. If I was asked this question a few years ago, 10 years ago, I went, no, we're safe. But after the law changes, in different states over the past year or two, I'm really starting to get concerned. I probably won't be around to see it, but my kids and grandkids most likely will, and I worry for those generations that are coming up. But yeah, it's been a long year. It's been quite. I had open heart surgery earlier this year. Worked out well in the long run, but there were moments during the recovery period where things didn't go too well. My lung collapsed and all the rest of it. So, and it's a long recovery too. So, anyone who's had open heart will understand what I'm talking about. I just also want to acknowledge all the help and support I've got from my support workers and my service providers over the last year. It's been fantastic. They've been, I can't speak well enough of them. They've earned my respect, all of them. They've been utterly fantastic.
Sorry, Jeff, you've got two people via VWH is saying hi. Juniper 1717 is interested in coming up, maybe joining the chat.
Yeah, Jennifer, you'd like to come up? Hello. Thanks everyone for turning up. If Jennifer wants to come up, that'd be great.
Juniper.
Sorry?
Juniper,
sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Please come up. Yeah, I know, speaking to people I know, there's been a lot of people who've had a hard 12 months. I think for a lot of people, 2025 has been quite bad. And hopefully 2026 will be a lot better. What happened to Bondi on Sunday broke my heart. We just don't expect that in this country. There's over the next few months, there's going to be a lot of investigations and a lot of questions, and hopefully we'll get open and honest answers to what caused last Sunday. And being so close to Christmas, it's going to be hard Christmas for a lot of people, especially around Sydney. Those people that took those people from the beach, hid them in their homes or hid them in their cars to get away from those gunmen. I mean, what do you say? It's what we do in Australia. We reach out and we help other people regardless. And that man, Ahmed, who tackled the gunman, what a brave man he is. And he's an immigrant as well. So, well done. He embodies what it is to be Australian. He put himself last. That's what we do. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it because it's too soon to go into depth and talk about it too much. I think people still adapting and recovering from the news. It's sad. Like I said, next year, hopefully I'll get some funding in somewhere and be able to improve the quality of the live streams and organise more interviews. But all my supporters over the last couple of years, I'd really like to thank. I know a lot of them are at work at the moment. They sort of duck in, listen for a few minutes and duck out and come back in. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone's support. I don't know if there's any questions there, Chris.
We've got another comment. We haven't had anyone manage to get to come up yet. They were just saying that they're saying hi, and Marilyn Market says #respect blind advocate.
Oh, thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate it. Yeah, look, I started this channel a few years ago to help people with disabilities help educate people with disabilities and their families and carers and support workers and the general community. There's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of misunderstanding, and I want to help break those barriers down. I mean, that's one of the fantastic things about the NDIS. It's done more for people with disabilities in the last 10 years than other organisations have done in 100 years. It's been really, really great. Unfortunately, there's sort of been a bit of a bias against the NDIA from the media. And of course, the government does their usual knee-jerk reaction. And I know a lot of people are having their fundings cut dramatically. A friend of mine had his slashed. Another friend of mine he's not able to use his funding for community participation. And I just don't understand what the hell's going on. I really don't. The NDIS, it's fantastic, but we got just the wrong people steering it. We really have. I'd like to see the government step back from running the NDIA. I think the running of the NDIA should go to the CEO, the board, the NDIA board, and the IAC, with constant interactions with the people, participants of the NDIA, and then have the government come in and audit service providers, fund managers, support coordinators, OTs, audit them, make sure they're doing the right thing. Now, we've seen a news article on Sky a few weeks ago where they're talking about the NDIA bailing out companies. One company was bailed out to the tune of $30 million. Now, whose responsibility is that? It's not the participants of the NDIA. And I've explained so many times, the participants of the NDIA don't get that money. They don't see the money. They don't touch the money. They don't have the money in their bank. They've got to send invoices off and get approved from the NDIA or by the fund managers. And it all has to relate to the person's disability. These companies are doing the wrong thing, are giving the participants a bloody nose. They are really making it hard. They see the NDIA as a bucket of money and they're out to rot. Not all companies, not all businesses, some are out to make a quick dollar. And this is where the government needs to come in as an auditor and go through their books to make sure they're doing the right thing. Stop blaming people with disabilities. We're on the bottom rung of the ladder. We have no control. You know, it's not up to the participant, to the person with a disability. We just follow what we're told. We make sure we fit within the guidelines. We do the right thing. And it's these other companies, not all companies, but some of these other companies who aren't doing the right thing. And they're just giving everyone else a bloody nose because of it. And it just makes our lives, which are already too hard, much harder. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. And I said from the very start, I thought the NDIA was rushed out too quickly. You know, everyone says, "Oh, it's like trying to build a plane while you're flying it." No, it's impossible to build a plane while you're flying it. You know, it's just it's the people steering that's causing all the problems. It's not the participants. And I just wish the media stop being so damn lazy. Get out and research. Get out and talk to the participants. And then they'll see how much good the NDIA does. You know, and I've also said in the past that, you know, once the NDIA came out, all the state governments, all the state-run services forced people from those services onto the NDIA, then the state governments closed those services down. Again, that's not the person with a disability's fault. It's the government's fault. They rushed it out too damn quick. But if people with disabilities, we don't come together and show solidarity, and we keep being divided by the media and by the government because, you know, according to them, it's, you know, all the rorting that's going on. I personally don't know anyone who's rorted it. I've heard of people where I live doing the wrong thing, but hearing and knowing are two different things. But we've got to stand together and we've got to be one voice. And the people leading those voices, going to the government, they have to be above reproach. They have to be, how should I put it? They should be held to a higher level of, you know, to a higher standard. If they're going to represent us to the government or to the NDIA, they can't be doing things that aren't moral or ethical. They have to be transparent. They have to have, you know, they have to have a good moral standing. And they have to have a higher level of standards to be able to speak on our behalf. You know, it's a hard thing for some people to do, but, you know, we've got to stand together. That's all it boils down to. And if we keep being forced apart for whatever reason, then we lose our solidarity and we lose our strength. But anyway, that's probably about it for this stream. It's only going to be a short one. Like I said, because of what happened last Sunday, my topic for today is going to be postponed to early next year. But I want to thank everyone for coming and listening and participating. I want to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, then YouTube will start paying me, and then I can start having a better quality streaming. Just the equipment I've got starting to get a bit dated, that's all. And I'm paying for it out of pocket, and which is, you know, like everyone else, the cost of living. And I only get half a pension, which makes it a little bit harder as well. But thank you again, everyone. And I really want to wish everyone a very happy and safe Christmas. And I hope 2026 is a lot better than 2025. Okay, thanks, Chris. We'll just end it there.